I'm Twyla. I work at a Rising Star Casino. I've been there for 25 years. I am the table games manager, and I have today with me, I have Jerry.
Hi, I'm Jerry. I've been a dealer at the table games department for 18 years. Um,
The different games that we have to offer at Rising Star Casino. One of those is called 21 plus 3.
21 plus 3 is a blackjack game with a side bet. The side bet um, it's a 3 card poker side bet, pays an additional 9 times the money.
And another game we offer is roulette. Roulette, there's a lot of different options to bet on roulette. Jerry is a dealer on roulette, and something fun about roulette, Jerry, is
Something fun about roulette for me as a dealer is just spinning the ball. A lot of people are kind of amazed at people that can make it go fast, people that can make it go slow, or whatever. That is one of my favorite parts of dealing roulette. There is a number of ways you can play roulette. There's a number of bets. You have a line bet, you have a street bet, you have a corner bet, you have a split. You can play the odds, you can play the evens, the reds, the blacks, the dozens. So there's a multitude of ways that you can play roulette.
and we also offer craps and craps no more. Craps is just a regular craps game. And craps no more is an additional game that everybody seems to like nowadays. It includes the 2, 3, 11, and 12 as a point, and there's no don't pass on the craps no more. We also have a side bet on there that everybody loves to play. It's called the All Talls and Smalls. Um, it's became a big game in the last couple of years, and we was the first ones to offer it in the area. And another then we have poker games that we offer. Mississippi Stud Poker.
Mississippi Stud Poker is probably one of our guests' favorite poker games. Probably has some of the best payouts. Mississippi Stud, the dealer gets 3 cards, the players get 2 cards, and with those 5 cards, they need to make a winning hand. It's probably one of the harder games to play. There's a lot of different strategies that people try to come up with to try and beat the house. So it is one of the favorites of the casino.
And another poker game is Crazy 4 Poker.
Crazy 4 Poker is a game that sometimes people don't really understand when they come up to it. You're dealt 5 cards. The dealer's dealt 5 cards, but you can only use 4 of your best 5 cards to make your winning hand. So with that winning hand that you think you have to beat the dealer's hand.
And the last poker game we offer is called 3-Card Poker.
And 3-card poker is just that. You get 3 cards to play your hand with. The dealer also gets 3 cards as well. It starts at the top as pairs plus. You can play just pairs plus by itself, or you can play the 6-card bet.
Side bet.
Yes, I'm sorry, the 6-card side bet you can play. And that is your hand, your 3 cards, and your dealer's 3 cards combined together. You need to make a 5-card hand to win. That is another option as well.
And all of our poker games offer a progressive jackpot. The Mississippi Stud and the Crazy 4 are linked together. And then the 3-Card Poker, it has its own progressive bet. And those bets are $1 per hand to play to get the progressive. The progressive is 10% if you hit a straight flush and 100% of the jackpot if you hit a royal flush. And that's on the Mississippi and Crazy. On 3-Card Poker, you have to hit a 3-card Queen, King, Ace of the spades to get the actual jackpot on that game. Some of the little tips that we would like to offer is like on blackjack. Everybody plays against the dealer, but just remember it tries to be a team sport. If you follow basic strategy, the whole table will come together. Try to beat the dealer. You're there to play against the dealer, not the player. Some players walk up, think they have to beat the other player, or think they have to automatically get 21 to win, but that's not always the case. Um, one thing that you can, in any of these games, feel free to ask the dealer. The dealer is there to help you. Jerry's been doing this for many, many years, and that's probably one of his everyday jobs is to show people and tell people on how to play. And other people at the table will try to help you too, but the dealer is always there to try to help you out.
The one other thing on a lot of people think sometimes you deal these cards to them and they're actually playing against another player. So they'll think they're in the big poker game tournaments and they'll be like trying to pull up their cards and peek at them and bend them and think that they're going to win some big money. When really, in essence, they're all playing against the dealer. So everybody's hand is just their hand to beat the dealer. So if you come in to play these games, just remember you're only there to beat one person, and that's the dealer.
Right. On the other games, like craps, for instance, a good tip about coming up to play craps is don't bother the shooter. Craps is a very superstitious game. If somebody is shooting, don't buy in. Don't talk to the shooter. Don't bother the shooter. They are all superstitious people. Just wait till the dice comes back to the middle of the table before you make your bets, before you buy in.
Something back to the game of roulette. I know a lot of players, when they come up, they see lots of chips everywhere on that layout. Even as a new dealer, going through the dealer class, you see all these New York City style bets. So, there could be 20, 30, or just one. And I know sometimes players are like, how do you ever figure out those payouts when you've got all these chips all over the table? Well, only one of those bets is going to win. So it may include the line or the street or the corner or the split or straight up. But all we as a dealer have to figure out is the one bet that hits. You hit the one, people thinking to 21.
Right.
Oh, I got to get to 21. Well, no, you don't have to get to 21.
The best thing about blackjack is if you would play basic strategy, because dealers have to, because that's one thing a lot of, players will say, oh my gosh, how can you pull a 21? Well, because I have rules I have to go by. As a dealer, you have to hit, if you have 16 or less. So it doesn't matter. You're not afraid because that's a rule. You have to hit it. Where a player is, they don't want to lose. So they're thinking if they have a 16, they don't want to hit. They don't want a 10. So they'll pass it up when the next card out could be a 4 or 5 to help their hand out. But they're scared.
And invariably, the next card out will be that 4 or 5.
Right. So they always think that how come dealers always, can get 21 out of a 16 and I can't, because we have to follow rules and they can follow the same rules that we follow.
And most players try to follow those same rules. A lot of them go by basic strategy. There's just a few that come during the bachelor parties or the bachelorette parties and they're drinking lots and lots of alcohol, and they just think they're just going to go up and win a lot of money.
You want to
have
a good time,
and they don't play basic strategy,
but they have a good time.
They have a good time. They do, and that's what it's all about. It's a good time.